I'm standing outside Facebar, and the search continues. The bar is slumped somewhere down a dark alley in Trementhis, an alley reeking of sick and fried animal fats. The bouncers frown at my clothes, but they let me in anyway, because it's me. Inside it's all thumping music and neon lights, aqua and hot pink and white strobes cutting through the fog while the floorboards rumble from the bass. I walk up some stairs into the main area, black and chrome and everyone in smart Trementhian garb.
Nikanda, my old friend!
It's Ekai, a great mammoth of a man. He's smiling through his thick red beard, his tattooed arms open wide. I reluctantly step into his embrace.
How is my favourite scallywag?
I'm good, Ekai, let go.
Let me look at you.
He holds my arms in his massive hands, trying to fathom how long it's been since we last met, but of course, it's impossible to know. When you mess with time, questions like this no longer make sense.
Come, let me get you a drink.
Actually, I'm not staying long.
No?
I'm here to see someone. Darcy, do you know the name? Ekai throws his head back and laughs like I imagine a bear would laugh.
Do I know Darcy?
I'll take that as a yes. He throws an arm round me.
A drink!
While Ekai orders, I glance around. It's a place built for the rich and powerful and uncivilized. Lordly drunkards sway and puke and piss and hock powders up their nose and leer at the dancers on the silver podia. I lean back against the bar, staring at one of the dancers to my left. She's a cow, black and white with a wet pink muzzle. She stands on her hind legs, slithering her bulk around the pole, bouncing her udders in the faces of business people from various nooks of the universe. Mark Zuckerberg tucks a $1 bill in her thong. He hasn't aged well since the blackout of October 21.
It's been too long, my friend.
Ekai passes me my rum, knocking his tankard against it.
Tell me, what would Nikanda Avolo want with someone like Darcy Drawstring?
She might have something I want. I look at him. I don't know if I could call him a friend. I travel too much for friends. But he's certainly a landmark, a fixture in my otherwise fluxional life. A dodecahedron. He nods and takes a glug of beer. To our right, a trio of wolves in pinstriped suits smoke long cigars and compare scars, yet Ekai and I stand out like two sore thumbs, he in his loincloth and me in my tatty shirt and gypsy scarves. It's the way we've always been. If the dress code said rags, we'd probably wear robes.
You haven't given up then?
Never. He nods again. He's not a quiet man, but he's quiet now, and he stays quiet until we finish our drinks.
Come, I'll take you to her.
As he leads me towards the stairs, someone bumps into me.
Leave this place.
Darcy leads me into her apartment, and it's a shithole. All the lights are on, but the place is dark. The living area is huge, but it feels cramped, strewn with clothes and shoes and miscellaneous crap slung all over the sofa and all over the floor.
Excuse the mess.
She treads through it like it's nothing. I stay by the door. The TV is on, some black and white movie on mute. She switches it off as though this makes the place tidier.
Do you want a coffee or anything?
She disappears into one of the rooms. Just the dodecahedron will be fine.
Suit yourself, dear.
The place stinks of dirty clothes and the incense trying to mask it. Darcy comes back, then disappears into another room.
In here.
Can't you bring it out here?
Nope.
And so, like Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark, I step tentatively through the death trap, staying out of the light, avoiding the discarded bras and stilettos until I find myself in her bedroom. It's as messy as the rest of the apartment. Small, with a silk sheet bed and a shelf full of sex toys standing on end like a multicoloured rubber city. Darcy opens her bedside drawer, pulls out something wrapped in a stocking. As she unravels the stocking, I see the dodecahedron sitting inside it.
Made a good weapon. You swing this baby around, no one's gonna come near.
She slips her hand in the stocking and pulls out the heavy bronze object. It's the size of a baseball, simple, pocked with holes and round nodules. I hold out my hand. Darcy smiles, stepping towards me. She holds out the dodecahedron. I move to grab it and she snatches her hand away.
Not so fast, dear.
The way she calls me dear, it makes her sound like an old woman, but she's young.
What do I get?
What do you want?
That depends. What's it worth to you?
Not that much.
Maybe I should melt it down then. Make myself a nice pair of earrings.
What do you want? She's still smiling, her old young eyes fixed on mine as she passes the object from hand to hand. She steps closer.
They call me Darcy Drawstring, dear. I'm known throughout the land. My talent is a legend here, the city on the sand. The men and women come inside and spill my hands with gold to see the girl who stretches wide and fills her gaping holes. Though some of them will call me whore and others call me freak, not one of them walks out the door, not one of them will speak. For though my talent may seem crude or vulgar to the tween, I have one word for every prude: eventuality. When every fetish has been filled, libido's gone bereft. When each taboo is duly killed, there's only one lust left. To fit as much inside yourself as physics will allow, regardless of the risk to health, regardless why or how. Just shove it up and cram it down, that's everybody's dream. With boundless pleasures all around, the only way's extreme. Your body is a vessel, dear, I learned that long ago. So fill it up and have no fear, just put on a good show.
That's very nice. Darcy wades through a pile of dirty washing over to a Moses basket and pulls out a sleeping babe, barely a month old.
This is Quinn. Say hello to Quinn.
Hello, Quinn. She carries the boy over to the bed and feeds him from her breast. The baby guzzles, barely conscious.
You could stay with us, with me and Quinn.
You don't know me.
No, but you're nice. I know a nice person when I see one. You hide it well, mind. But you're nice. I know that from your eyes. It wouldn't be a fairy tale, mind. No head over heels love. Just companionship. It gets lonely here. I could look after you, and you could look after me. We could get fat and old, and when he's ready, Quinn here will leave us for a proper life. And it'll just be you and me, filthy and pathetic, but together.
No.
That's fair.
She finishes feeding the baby, then rests him over her shoulder and starts patting his back.
You're the one they call Avolo, aren't you?
Apparently.
Can you really do all the things they say you can do?
What do they say I can do?
Change things. Change the fabric of the world with your words.
Without moving a muscle, I warp the entire room. The room isn't actually warping, nothing rattles, nothing rocks, but everything seems to unfold like origami. The bedside table that was tucked against the wall, we can see behind it and inside it. Without moving, we can see beyond the room's walls, beneath the floor, above the ceiling. We can see inside each other. The world is no longer bound by width, height and depth, but a kaleidoscope of extra spaces, in between spaces, nooks and cracks you'd never know were there. Until, that is, I move everything back. The world folds back up again, origami, a flower, shifting into a more comprehensible, more manageable state.
How do you do it?
You're asking the wrong question. It's not how, but why.
Why? Why does the world change like that?
Because I'm asking it to. Darcy the drawstring steps closer.
Would you like to have sex with me, Avolo?
No, but thank you.
Why not? I won't charge.
No, thank you.
Why not, though?
I'm afraid I couldn't get an erection. She looks surprised at that, maybe a little insulted. It's not you.
Okay.
Her smile has faded. She's not sad. She looks curious, her bottom eyelid raised, her mouth to one side. She points the dodecahedron at me.
Okay, I know what I want.
What do you want?
I want you to tell me what you're afraid of, more than anything else in the world.
I'm afraid of nothing.
Liar.
I'm not lying.
Everyone's afraid of something.
Not me. Darcy, I've seen things you couldn't fathom. Nightmares come to life. I've stared down the barrel of every gun, the edge of every knife. I've seen beasts that crawl all twisted, clutching in the dark. I've fought creatures, won, resisted, challenged for a lark. I've tickled under King Kong's chin, poked Cyclops in the eye. I've tugged the tail of every T-Rex, made Medusa cry. I sent Apophis to his mummy, made Phobos beg and plea. Baba Yaga wakes up screaming when she dreams of me. I've battled fear itself, dear Darcy, gone to war with dread. I've looked death in the eye, dear Darcy, and he soon turned and fled. So do not ask me what I'm afraid of, madness lies that way. Ask instead if you will live to see another day.
I guess you won't be getting this then.
She turns the dodecahedron like she's screwing it into an invisible light socket. If I wanted, I could turn you inside out and explode every one of your atomic bonds until you're just another layer of dust in this filthy shithole apartment.
But you won't, will you? So tell me, Mr. Diavolo, what are you afraid of?
I've fought the one-eyed banshee, Darcy, slayed dragons for a whim.
But what are you afraid of?
Him. Okay? Him. I'm afraid of him. Darcy looks at me. For perhaps a whole minute she looks. She knows exactly who I mean.
Here.
She hands me the dodecahedron.
You'll need